Welcome everyone to the premiere episode of A-List Comic Talk. Of course, if you subscribe regularly to my channel, you'll know I am Wes Troop, the Game Changer. And, you know, comic books have been huge for a while now. They sort of died out a little bit, and now with all the big comic book movies, they're definitely back in business. So I figured I'd talk a little bit about the comics I collect. I've been collecting religiously since 2011 when DC did the New 52 reboot. I got Justice League #1, and then I went back to the comic book store the next week, got this, got that. Before you knew it, my subscription list looked like Santa's workshop list, and you know, that's that. So so anyway, you know, we talk about movies on here. There's been a lot of comic book movies lately, and that's awesome. So we'll talk a little bit about those. We'll be talking about news in comic books, when breaking news happens, when new story arcs are coming and whatnot. We'll be talking about one of those a little later. But first off, I want to show you what comics I got this week, sort of like a comic haul for the week. Let's see what goodies were bought at the comic book store this week. We've got a double feature here of Superman Action Comics. One is the Superman Annual #3, and this is Superman Action Comics #34. We're in the middle of this Doomsday storyline, which is pretty interesting. So that's Action Comics for the month. Ah, yes. We're speaking of the big hit movies. Right now, the #1 movie at the box office, this is a spin-off from the Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket Raccoon #2. The first one was pretty interesting, so I figured I had to pick up #2. Back to DC, we have Batman Detective Comics #34, the Icarus storyline. I think this might be the end of that. I actually kind of enjoyed that storyline. A newer comic, as you can tell by the number, Grayson #2. This is Dick Grayson, no longer Nightwing. Now he's like a secret agent. Secret agent, man! Yeah. You have to read Forever Evil to see how he got into that position. Green Arrow #34. There's the TV show's hot. The comic book is interesting. Green Lantern #34. And what do we have going on here? Say goodbye to Simon Baz. Oh my God. Who the hell's Simon Baz anyway? No. he's the other one of the other lanterns, one of the millions. Yes. As all of you know, I am a Disney comic fan as well. A big Disney freak, and I'm huge into Figment and Dreamfinder. I love this comic book. This is the #3 of a 5 miniseries kind of ish thing. So Figment and Dreamfinder, love it. And of course, one more Marvel title that came out this week I picked up, Black Widow #8, and this is a Punisher crossover event type thing. Oh, nope. Black Widow #9, my bad. So those are the comics that hit the shelves this week that I picked up. As you can see, I mostly subscribe to Marvel and DC. There's a couple odd and then titles I get outside of that, but I mostly just get those. Star Wars, Star Wars is the ongoing series is ending next week. Actually, is the last issue. So then it goes back to Marvel starting next year, and we'll be talking about that a little more on the show. So this week I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the Marvel's new Avengers initiative that they have going on. This was big news. It broke a couple weeks ago that Thor is going to be a woman now. Yeah, so that was one of the main topic I wanted to discuss today. Obviously, the Thor character is not going to have a sex change or anything, but he loses the right to be called Thor. He's no longer worthy, and a woman takes the hammer, and she is worthy, even though it says he who is worthy. I guess they're gonna put a little S or next to that. So evidently they're doing a lot of rearranging with the Avengers. At this point in time, I'm not sure that's a great idea, because they have Avengers 2 coming up next May. So I'm guessing, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but they're doing a little something strange with Captain America. We'll be talking about that next week. I do not currently read Thor: God of Thunder, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. That's gonna make this new version. But I think I've collected up to number 7 on Thor: God of Thunder, and then I just sort of stopped. So because of my vast array of subscriptions. So I'm not too sure, but I think it's an interesting gimmick. I think much like Superior Spider-Man, for those of you who read that series, I think it will only last a little bit. They'll get people into the stories, and then they'll be like, never mind, now we can reboot Captain America, now we can reboot Thor. Again, I think I have like 3 rebooted Captain America series in the last like 3-4 years. So we'll be going back to that. But yeah, I think it's an interesting thing to have Thor as a woman, and I'm gonna be at least curious enough to buy the first issue and see what happens, because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of interesting things going on at least. If it sucks, then I don't have to buy the second one, but you know, I'll at least give it a shot. So I want to hear all your thoughts out there. What do you guys think about Marvel having a woman Thor for a little while at least in the new series called Thor? Good idea, bad idea? Let me hear it. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. For more of these comic shows, all my movie reviews, anything else I decide to throw up, youtube.com/westside515. Throw up video-wise on the channel, not actually videos of me throwing up. You get it. Follow me on Twitter, @WesAList. You can like my Facebook page, facebook.com/WesTroopAlist. And until next time, Troop out.